You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in. All right, you guys. So Ticket TV, man. Salute everybody tapping in. I want to talk about this situation with 50 and with T.I. because a lot of people, I saw a lot of comments in my last couple videos on this topic. And I think a lot of people get me confused on YouTube. Let me tell y'all something, and I want to make this very clear. Everything I say on here, I mean it. I don't come on YouTube to say shit just for clicks and views. If you know me in real life, you know I don't say shit I don't mean, right? If I say something, I meant what I said. And I mean all the stuff that I say surrounding this situation with, 50 and T.I. I see a lot of people say, oh, Ticket, man, you was just praising 50. Yeah, I like 50 as an artist. I like 50 as an artist, you know what I'm saying? But I like T.I. as an artist. See, you guys, people want you to pick a side all the time and say, oh, you like this, but you don't like that. You do this, but you don't. Nah, man, nigga, we're going to keep it copacetic around here. You understand? And I'm just going to stand on business with this shit. Once again, I like both sides. I like 50. I like T.I. I think T.I. is winning. Just because I think T.I. is winning, everybody got to be so dramatic and pick a song, man, Ticket, man. Because, see, you be saying shit for views, man. Because, see, you was just praising 50 a couple weeks ago. Bro, I'm going to call it how I see it on my YouTube channel. If I think 50 got beat, nigga, I'm not afraid to come on here and say I think 50 got beat. I think T.I. beating him. Period. That's what I think. What you want me to do? Switch up and say something I don't feel? No, we have emotions as human beings every day. One day you might want to wear green drawers, the next day you might want to wear yellow drawers. Why? You change your mind. You change how you feel, right? Me, with the situation with 50 going on right now with T.I., I feel like T.I. is winning. I'm not going to sit up here and do what y'all do, which is try and hate, tear somebody else down because of a rap battle or a back and forth battle where T.I. just dropped a diss track that I think is absolute fire. But you got people coming out here, oh, man, T.I. ain't really like that. He garbage. Man, look, man, I already told y'all, T.I. been doing all that stuff 50 doing. T.I. been doing that shit, like, for years. He been did movies. Y'all forgot T.I. been started movies. T.I. been did TV. He had his own reality TV. So while 50 is doing the different, films, he's doing the TV shows. T.I. been did the TV. He been did the Family Hustle. How many seasons they had? That shit was successful. It wasn't no flop. That nigga was doing successful business. He's crossed over into doing comedy. Even though people are clowning him on that, he's crossed over into that. And he can still rap. So I'm not finna come in here and hate. And he got a great catalog. People trying to come on YouTube and act like T.I. don't got a great catalog. This is crazy work. This is disgusting. Just because if you like 50, don't mean you got to lie on somebody else. This is the same shit y'all did with Ja Rule. When y'all pick sides in that battle, right? Everybody was listening to Ja Rule. Everybody was growing up listening to Ja Rule. What would I be without my baby? All that shit. Then 50 comes around and says Ja Rule sings on tracks, and then everybody take 50 side, but 50 was singing on tracks. And I like 50. And I like the music he had. Right? But that don't mean that you can't tell the truth about how you feel. In every individual situation, it's a different situation. I'm going to speak the facts of how I feel about each individual situation, period. Ain't nobody going to make me say something I don't want to say. If I feel it, I'm going to say it, period. And that's all there is to it. There ain't no ifs, ands, buts, or any other way around it. And I'm willing to stand on that shit. So right now, I feel like T.I. is smoking 50. I feel like the diss track was fire. Right? So you can come in the comments and get all mad. And to the girl who said something, she came in the comments, oh, well, you're trying to turn 50 and Trump against. He said, no. That's not what I'm doing. I asked a simple question, man. I asked, And the question I asked, and you still didn't answer that question to the lady who said this to me in the comments. I asked, why didn't 50 Cent do a documentary on Donald Trump and all his allegations? Because, you know, Donald Trump's had a lot of allegations against him, too. I can name them from 1970s. But 50 cool with Trump. Right? But, so that's a legitimate question. Even though I don't agree that Diddy was right when a lot of people took up for Diddy, I disagree with that. I'm not going to go with the crowd just to go with him. I'm going to say how I feel. I didn't agree with Diddy and that shit he was doing. And the things we've heard about 50 now, as far as T.I.'s son, I didn't even hear about that shit. Now hearing about that, like, damn, I ain't even know this nigga got in trouble like that. Because it wasn't that much social media back in the day. And that situation definitely got swept under the rug. Because that's the first time I ever seen that video in court, ever, that T.I.'s son pulled out. You don't even see that shit going around on YouTube. You got to have a deep dive. So when he pulled that out, everybody was like, because you seen people in his comment section, you know what I'm saying, King, like, damn, dog, where you get this shit from? You know? So you had to dig deep in the files back then to find that, because that case ended up getting thrown out. Right? But it was brought to the light, all those allegations that came out against 50, which ain't good. That's not a good look, man. And 50 got other allegations against him too. That's not a good look. You know? And 50 damn sure was wrong for bringing, you know, T.I. wife into it. T.I. was talking about a verses. 50 go way left. You know what I'm saying? And that's how this whole thing got. Then you gonna post the man's wife and the boy's mama. And at first I was like, nah, King, fall back. This your daddy and 50. But because you know, you don't want people jumping out the sidelines if T.I. didn't want to take it there. Obviously T.I. wanted to take it there. So if T.I. is cool with his son doing that, I ain't got no problem with it. If he cool with his son doing, because I can't police and control his son for standing up for his mama. If T.I. said, hey, look, we on this together, okay, cool. Hey, I can't call no shots over there. Right? Because 50 came out and put the man mama out there first. And y'all not even holding accountability for that. That 50 went and put that man mama out there like that on the shit when it was just him and T.I. That's what I'm talking about, is crossing the side, all sides, nigga. That's what I'm talking about. So you did that when it was in bounds, you took it out of bounds. Peep game now. When they was talking about the verses and 50 was doing his little trolling and saying, nah, I don't want to do this. Then he took it and put the man's wife up there. Come on, man. Because T.I. didn't do that. T.I. didn't go to none of that shit. He didn't go to none of the Diddy shit. He didn't go to none of that shit at first. You know what I'm saying? But when 50 took it there, that's when he took it there. So, and then, like I said, these people act like T.I. Then one girl came in saying, T.I. broke. Are you his accountant? Are you his accountant? You talking about somebody broke, but you ain't their accountant? You don't know how much money these people have saved over the years or have invested in and things like that. And people just come out saying anything, man. That's crazy work. But that shows y'all the era that we live in. Right? So again, you know, just because you think T.I. is winning the situation, it doesn't call for, hey man, see, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Hey, you keep switching up. Nah, nigga, I'm telling you how I feel based off every individual situation. That's what I do. I give my thoughts on different situations. My thoughts ain't gonna be the same on every situation. Based off analysis, how I'm looking at it, everything else, I'm just gonna give you my honest thoughts. So if it looks like, oh, well, you turning on, nigga, I'm not. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna be honest with y'all right now, bro. I'm not linked, or how should I say, obligated to none of these people. In no way, shape, or form. Ain't none of them people paying me. I'm gonna say what I feel all the time. Period. That's why it's called YouTube, because you give your idea. Now, here's the funny part. If you don't always go along with somebody else's idea, they'll dish you and, you know, talk shit about you, whatever like this. I don't get into that as far as, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm going to do. Now, here's the thing, right? When I know you or I've chopped it up with you, had a rapport with you, I'm not finna take it there with you unless you took it there with me. Point blank, period. Now, we could be on a live stream talking shit, having fun, joking and shit like that, going at each other. That's different. That's real competitive banner. But I'm talking about when we get to a whole nother level, nah. Now, you know what I'm saying? When it's past the respect line, you know, nah, bro. But I'm gonna say how I feel at all times, and that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whether it's Diddy, 50, any of these situations, and I feel like 50 is getting crushed by T.I. And I feel like that nigga have to respond on wax, because T.I. don't brought it to his front door. Simple as that. And if he don't respond on wax, he gonna respond. If they bump into each other, he gonna have to respond in person, because you posted the man's wife. Period. So that's the line right there, right? And again, I am a guy, and see, people will say, oh, well, you don't like 50. What you mean, nigga? Because I'm telling the truth by how I feel. See, y'all don't want to tell people y'all like that they did something wrong if they did something wrong. This is the same way y'all is with Donald Trump. Y'all like Donald Trump, but you unwilling to speak out against him or speak out when he's wrong. You're unwilling to call that shit out. That's why that girl that came out comments running her mouth, all that stuff she was saying about, oh, you trying to turn 50 against Trump. No, I'm asking a simple question. Okay, 50 did a documentary on Diddy. Cool, no problem. Diddy a scumbag. Why he ain't do it on Donald Trump when Donald Trump got more allegations than Diddy against him? Come on now. And Donald Trump all up in these Epstein files. Where's the documentary on that? See, that's the thing. We'll talk about that over here. I ain't got no problem talking about that. None of that. And y'all seen we'll mix it up on this channel. At all. Because as I told y'all, the only thing I fear is God. That's it. Like, share, subscribe, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all click those links below. Subscribe to the podcast show. You can donate support to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, or buy that weight loss formula. All the links are below. Peace.